Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 11 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Let's get started. We'll kick things off with weather tonight because after a beautiful day today, more rain and possibly even thunderstorms could be heading our way just in time for the weekend. Let's turn things over to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo in the Outdoor Weather Center. And Jeremy, how's it looking?
Well, right now, not that bad, but as we get into, say, 24 hours from now, likely a bit stormy as we get our next little push of moisture. Right now, still have those flood warnings in effect for the Pend Oreille River. Those will remain for another week. We'll talk more about that coming up in the full forecast. But here's what you need to know. A little bit of stray moisture, most of that not making its way down. When we are going to see that moisture return is going to be tomorrow over the Cascades during the day. Tomorrow night, it hits eastern Washington and North Idaho. Forecast models kind of keep moving this back and forth, either west or east with each one of those model runs. And so I think it's likely we all get a little bit of something, might even hear a couple rumbles of thunder. Then as we get into Saturday, it's on and off showers taking us through the day. So tomorrow, kind of the day to enjoy. We wake up to temperatures in the 50s, climbing into the 70s by noon and topping out in the mid to upper 70s in the afternoon before a cool, wet weekend works its way in. Coming up, I'm going to let you know why I don't think it's a complete wash.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Montana's largest city restarted its water plant today after shutting it down amid record flooding that's caused widespread damage in Yellowstone National Park and surrounding communities.
I woke up to my 10-year-old screaming downstairs. The water was flowing so quickly and rising so fast that I needed to get the breakers off.
A combination of heavy rain and rapidly melting mountain snow raised the Yellowstone River to historic levels. Park officials say the northern half of the park is likely to remain closed all summer long, a devastating blow to local economies that rely on tourism. As the waters recede, park officials are turning their attention to the massive effort of rebuilding. Well, new tonight, a Spokane judge has denied a man's request to remove Spokane County Prosecutor Larry Haskell from his case. Thomas Butler had been serving a life sentence and believes that he was treated differently because of the color of his skin. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk spoke with Butler's lawyer, who is considering appealing the case to the state Supreme Court.
Well, Butler's lawyer accuses Haskell of singling out African Americans and other people of color by stacking firearm enhancements. Some of them carry a longer sentence than the original crime itself. Haskell strongly denies those accusations, saying he has never and would never impose a harsher sentence on someone based on their skin color.
Thomas Butler was 26 years old when a judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole. At 17, he was convicted of second-degree robbery. Years later, he robbed a bank. He served time in prison, then tried to rob a home. Butler was shot 3 times and earned his 3rd strike, which carried a mandatory life sentence.
He's done a lot of learning, a lot of thinking, a lot of repentance.
Butler's lawyer Steve Graham says he's a changed man. State laws have also changed. Second-degree robbery no longer counts as a strike in Washington's 3 strikes law. That required Butler to return to Spokane for a resentencing.
It just seemed like the prosecutor's office was going overboard on him compared to the way they treat other cases that we see on the news all the time. We just didn't understand it.
Haskell's office requested a new sentence of up to 72 years by stacking several firearm enhancements.
What we find is a very pronounced difference in the way these are handled in Western Washington compared to Eastern Washington.
Graham asked the judge to remove Haskell's office from the case. He cited racist comments Haskell's wife made online against African Americans.
These people, when they come in, they need to know that they're being treated fairly.
Haskell apologized for his wife's comments in February, saying he does not tolerate racial bias or discrimination in any form. Haskell said his wife's comments are not his views, nor the views of the prosecutor's office, nor should they ever be.
I do have a lot of respect for Mr. Haskell, but I couldn't bite my tongue on this. It's too serious, and the community is troubled by these comments.
The judge denied Graham's request to remove Haskell's office from the resentencing and gave Butler a 30-year sentence. Counting time served, he could be a free man in 17 years, once he's 52.
Still a long time, but it's not the life sentence that he had 12 years ago.
And KREM 2 reached out to Mr. Haskell and his office for a comment. We did not hear back by the time this story was filed. In the newsroom, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. A member of the hate group, the Patriot Front, who was arrested Saturday, it turns out is also a cadet in the Idaho National Guard. 21-year-old Winston Durham was among the 30 other men that police found in the back of a U-Haul truck less than a quarter mile from Coeur d'Alene's Pride event. The guard tells KREM 2 they learned of Durham's arrest on Monday. He was placed on a leave of absence the following day. Durham enlisted in the Idaho National Guard in February of 2019, according to spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Borders. Borders says the guard takes all allegations of misconduct seriously, as it's not in line with Army values. He added that extremist activity can be prohibited by the military, regardless of it being protected speech by the Constitution.
The incident itself was so scary and just so upsetting.
This Ring camera video helped Spokane police identify and locate the man they believe sexually assaulted a woman. That assault happened early Tuesday morning in North Spokane. Police arrested the suspect less than a day later with help from the community. Court documents show that early Tuesday morning, Daniel McGee approached a woman who was standing at a bus stop. Then he's accused of pointing a gun, threatening her, and leading her to a nearby alley. Coming up in just 10 minutes, what McGee is charged with now and what other details court documents reveal in that case. Back in April, detectives with the Spokane County Sheriff's Office Sexual Assault Unit began a donation drive to buy 10 Ring doorbell cameras to help survivors feel more secure in their homes. Well, since April, they passed their goal and were able to purchase 52 Ring cameras. They raised more than $5,000, and yesterday those cameras were donated to the Lutheran Community Services Sexual Assault Advocacy Program. The program ensures cameras will be in the hands of survivors very soon.